Hey girl, you feeling good, hon? You laying down there in the sun, hon? Good girl. Hey Black Magic. Nice day today, huh? Did a couple interviews today. I'll tell you, these people down in Sanford, Michigan, honestly, I've never seen that kind of devastation in person. Hey Marnie, I mean, these people are really screwed. So what I'm going to do is I will upload these interviews today when I get back. And I will come down here tomorrow or the next day or whenever, and if anybody wants to give these people anything, I'll make sure it gets delivered and recorded. You'll see when I upload the video when I get home. I've never seen anything like this. People down there crying, sobbing, out in front of their house. Not even anything in the house. So much water just blew it out the doors and the windows. Oh man, lost everything. Yeah, not only did they lose everything, their future's in jeopardy. I mean, they're all staying at hotels and tents in the back of people's yards and wondering about how they're going to go to work. And I've never seen anything like it. I really have not. I actually got choked up down there walking around. Swear to God I did. I never saw anything like that. And you just know, if you've ever had an inch of water in your own basement, you realize what a pain in the ass is. This water was up to the ceiling in some of these houses. And I saw sweet things today that really restore your belief in that good outweighs bad. I saw a guy with some cute kids in a pickup, and what he did is go someplace and bought these big potted plants, big ones. Like probably weigh 40 pounds or 30 pounds or something. They're big. It wasn't just a cheap little flower, not that it matters. And he went and he put them on the corners of all the places that had been wiped out. And I thought it was just a nice gesture. The churches are doing some things, the banks. But it's like a shocker. There's still a lot of water places. I mean, it's nothing like it was. But this isn't just cleaning up the damage and going about your way. This is like a couple of years before you're going to get on track again. I mean, look at this. Is the Tittabawassee River, which is still super high and causing problems places. It's just not crazy record high. Look at these beautiful crabapple trees. Oh yeah, that's a thing too, the pandemic, There's 2 interviews that I'll upload when I get home, and you just want to like cry. It's so sad. I am any of you guys can come up with an idea that you would think would be something to do. I've never tried helping. I did get their addresses where if someone wanted to send them something or a letter or anything. But that's nothing. It's what I always do. Not much. But I'm certainly open for ideas because I'm only about 50 miles from there. And I'd be more than willing to go down there and do whatever anybody wants. They want to send me some money and I'll dole it out or buy them some gifts or whatever. Yeah, these trees are beautiful. This is, but you can see this water is still crazy high. No, actually, I'm about probably, I'd say I'm probably 30 miles north of Flint. I'm not gonna go to Flint today. Sorry, Debbie, you're gonna have to put your phone down and find something else to rant about. Your shtick is over for today. Live in your own dream world. Debbie, if I saw you, I think I'd drop dead of a heart attack. Because I never realized Marilyn Manson was a female. So there's no threat. I'm sure anybody can find out where you live, but why would I want to go to where you live? I mean, think about it. Get over it. Grow up and take care of your drunk driving ticket. So that's that. So yeah, I'm just down here. Actually, you know, I get distracted easy. I think I have ADD. Pretty sure I have it. You were just a kid that didn't mind or pay attention when I was a kid. You know, you get to a certain age and no one says that anymore. It's because you're an adult. You're just, you know, on to one thing after another, and it's up to you to, you know, straighten that course. But the good news is I go do a lot of different things, got a lot of different interests, and I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing YouTube videos. I'm happy with it. See, but this is still crazy high water. Yeah, the places that got flooded, they're all like, I don't want to say dry lake beds, but just done. Plus they've got to replace roads, bridges, bullshit. Businesses have been wiped out. You're going to need to drive your ass off now to go shopping. Yeah, Michigan's cool. It's easy to figure out, Upper and Lower Peninsula. So I was gonna go home and get these videos uploaded, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll get off here and see if I can see something interesting. There was a barbecue place in Saginaw, Michigan. They were practicing social distancing. Great job, guys. I'm gonna upload a video of it. I was down in Frankenmuth. They were not practicing social distancing. So, you know, you can't really pigeonhole any group, sex, age, none of that. Either they're doing it or they're not. And either I witness it or I don't. There's my girl. I bought Daisy a chicken. Gave her about a fifth of it. Then you get chicken, hun. I got her water too. Big water. Yeah, 84 today. Yeah, well, you know, I had a mask on and I was 6-7 feet away. I think it probably is okay. I don't mind in a civilized place like where I've been, because they're normal people for the most part, and someone's going to say, hey, there's a guy over there. He's interviewing someone. He's got a mask on. He's practicing social distancing. But in Detroit, I don't trust some of those areas. They'll come down there. It's like, what are you doing down here? It's like I'm doing an interview, and it's like, well, you know, you're not supposed to be here. Well, that's not really true. And if you look at Section 7, if I do photography and videography, I'm fine with that. They'll say, well, it's unnecessary travel. Well, not if you look at the exceptions. I'm abiding by all the rules. So it's the difference between people that realize what's going on and people that just don't want you there. So until next weekend, I'm not going to take the chance of getting a $1,000 ticket and God knows what else, because some guy can't interpret what's going on and thinks he's treating this area like it's his own backyard. It's not worth the risk. So I can go down there freely. Plus, there's always a remote chance that, you know, some cop believes some bullshit. Like the one that gave me the ticket for Daisy on my lap, and decides to charge me with soliciting, even though he knows that it had nothing to do with sexual soliciting. And I get the ticket, and they impound my van, and Daisy goes to the dog pound, and 10 grand, and 2 years later they find out that I was just doing an interview. Yeah, I just as soon skip that whole deal. And not to say that that couldn't happen even outside of an interview, but I think why this lockdown's in place, I've heard cops before tell people down there, well, you know, we'll see, you can go explain it to a judge. He knows it's a bad ticket, but he's going to make you go through all that bullshit and have a judge dismiss it. I just as soon skip it. No, it could happen though. I mean, it could happen. I mean, I've had a good relationship with the cops down there. I shouldn't say good, not bad. It's been fine. You know what I mean? If I see some, I'm not telling on any drug dealers, but if I see, and obviously I interview the girls, I'm not down there to like be an undercover informant, right? I'm just down there to get interviews. So that's what I do. And, you know, I don't see where that's a problem. I saw that guy dumping. I did turn him into the police. Because I don't think you should be dumping in neighborhoods, period. I don't care where they're at, whether they're broke, whether they have money, whatever. And if I see them again, I'll turn them in again. So I'm just not going to be down there and witness people treating Detroit like shit. If I see somebody spray painting up somebody's building or house, I'm going to call on them too. Going down there and vandalizing somebody's property when they already got all sorts of obstacles they're trying to climb. Yeah, I'm not putting up with that bullshit. If I see it, I'm gonna tell on you. Yeah, they would do that. I'd get her out, but it'd be traumatic and it'd be bullshit and God knows what else. So I just as soon avoid it, you know. No, it never happened. Nope, it never did. But it could, and I've seen similar things happen down there. Where they can hang their hat sometimes, which is more bullshit. You know, the rules are created so that you don't need to have every single duck lined up before you can charge somebody. Which means if they didn't have you on tape exchanging money, then you shouldn't be charged, let alone convicted of soliciting a prostitute, right? Because it doesn't meet the requirements. So what they do when they're trying to clean up an area and they can't get everybody red-handed because it always doesn't work out that way, they'll come up with laws like being around a known prostitute. So what? That's actually a charge, hanging around a known prostitute. Yeah, I do know some, as you guys know, but you know, you can't talk to people outside of what you just labeled them as being and get a simple interview without getting charged. My point is, if they want to get you out of the area, that's what they'll do. Hanging around a known prostitute. I think it's just a total bullshit charge. No, I agree. It shouldn't be a law, but I understand it's a law because, you know, you just don't, you're trying to police an area, it's going to hell, and you just don't have all the criteria sometimes to arrest somebody. So this way you can, you know, get them out of there. But it can be abused. Now, I had a Detroit cop tell me a few months ago that what they're concerned about sometimes is Detroit is if I'm, let's say, interviewing someone on Michigan Avenue, if you don't know me and you don't know them, you're going to assume that I'm soliciting them because you've seen this girl before. And the business owners complain and they claim that it hurts business and they don't want kids seeing it. So he told me what I should do is try not to be out in public, where I used to out in a clear view. Well, I always wanted to be in a clear view because obviously not much is going to happen in the middle of the street along Michigan Avenue. But if they can nail you on hanging around a known prostitute, well, it doesn't matter. I was trying to like be transparent and out in the open and hey, here I am, nothing's going on, but that's not 100%. Hey, Christy. So, there you have it. But so next week, weekend I'm gonna be down there. Daisy's gonna party with me. Daisy gets allergies. She gets that reverse sneezing sometime, like right now. You all right, hon? You okay, hon? Daisy girl? You all right, hon? Atta girl. But beautiful day, yeah. Beautiful day if you don't live in Sanford, Wixom Lake, Edenville. Places in Saginaw. Not such a beautiful day if you do. Will I stay? Well, I think I will stay overnight in Detroit. And the reason I will is because the more that I've read, they're realizing now that this virus, it's airborne. You're getting it through airborne transfer, coughing, sneezing. You're not getting it from touching doorknobs and sleeping in bed where they had an orgy all night long and everybody had the virus. So now that I know that, I feel much more comfortable about it than I did before. Of course, I'll be avoiding people sneezing. So I probably will, but I hadn't planned on it. I just decided that yesterday, actually. Shut up, brave cowboy. If I ever see you down there, I'll bitch slap you on camera. Watch your lips fly apart like a damn cartoon. You dumbass. You'd never have enough balls to tell me that in person. I'll throw your ass out of your own town if I see you down there. Goddamn pussy. I interviewed two people that really got nailed in this flood. I mean, wiped out everything. They don't have a damn thing left. Nothing. The one lady, they found her shed floating down the river, a mile down the road, and they were returning some things to her, a neighbor. You know the look of a broken person. That's what these people are. That's why they need a break. So, yeah, brave cowboy's a pussy. Been warned. You shut your mouth, bitch. Some of these jack-offs, I've tried to remain neutral through this whole thing, and all these stalkers, always talking bullshit, gonna do this, gonna do that. I'll tell you this, I know some people down there, and 2 times there were incidents where I helped them. And these aren't guys that are giving gay figure skating lessons. These are guys that are the real deal. These people keep doing this bullshit, or I find one incident where I think it's a legitimate threat, you better hold on to your ankles, pussies. Because if you think I'm just going to sit around and listen to you fake tough guys do shit, you're going to need one to get broke off in your butt. Yeah. Nobody's really pissed me off to the max yet. It's just guys talking shit and stuff. But if they do, if you think I'm just sitting around, you're going to see another side of me. No, I didn't get a new phone yet because I want to get it through a Verizon corporate store. And they're all closed. And so they will be opening Thursday, I think. So I'll get it on my way down or my way back from Detroit. But I would have got one by now, yeah. Because we were swinging. Boy, these are nice looking pine trees. Full crabapple trees. These are really nice. It'd be nice to work here and come out and have your lunch here. Evacuation assembly area. Hey, hon, you like that breeze, hon? Brave cowboy, what a pussy. You look up his channels, no subscribers, he just signed up yesterday. really, it is windy a little bit, but it's a nice one. It's 84 degrees, so it's nice. It reminds me of those hot summer days in Florida, where the water's the same temperature as the air. Come on, hon. Come on over here. Sit under the tree, hon. Come on, hon. We party here. Come on, girl. Atta girl. That's my girl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's my girl. That's my babies. We just party here, hon. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, 84. Can you believe that? Windy. It's actually beautiful out. As long as you don't need to walk around. I felt bad for those people slopping out all that crap out of those houses. You know, they're doing that, plus they're sweating their ass off. It seemed like the humidity just dropped a little. Beautiful, really. I waited all winter for days like this. Isn't that something? Where are you, brave cowboy, you sissy? Dumbass. I'm gonna get one though, I'll tell you that. That freighter's still sitting down there with that limestone. Still hadn't dropped it off yet. Oh, storms. Yeah, I love a good storm unless it starts wrecking stuff. We were actually supposed to get some rain last night. I don't think we got any. Hope we didn't. Although that damn river's still fast. 86. Wow, James. Hey, James, are all the red wells closed now? Are there any left? Or are they all out of business? Yeah, keyboard cowboy. $68, good for you. Oh, that's too bad. I like Red Wells. I used to go there as a kid down on Cherry Street. Hey Danielle, how you doing? How's it going? You can tell a lot of these cell phone towers have been put back up, getting a lot better reception than I was. Wonder what in the hell would make a cell phone tower go out, because I really didn't see too many power outages, any really. I used to go to a Red Wells. It was a roast beef place in Toledo as a kid. Red Wells, they're good. Their specialty was hot beef and gravy and mashed potatoes. I'm doing pretty good. Just hanging out with Daisy here. Just killing a little time. Hang on. Good girl, you like that wind on your face, honey? Daisy's a good trooper. She goes anywhere with Dad. It's a good girl, huh? Yeah, that's a good dog. Daisy got a chicken today from Meyer. Danielle, where do you live? Oh, that's cool, Nelly. Good for you. Yeah, there's a place somewhere in Bay City that serves that. See, there's a taco stand over there. I don't know if that's been closed a long time. See, there's an abandoned house behind it right there. I'm in Saginaw, Michigan, by the way. The very east side. It's kind of an industrial area. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Waterloo, Ontario. Yeah, I've been there before. Oh yeah, I'd like to do that. Yeah, Waterloo. Where's that at? Near where? Waterloo. Oh, good, Teresa. That sounds good. Okay, what big town's that near Applejacks? I'll come over there to Canada. I haven't been up around that area in a long time. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. Yeah, it'd be fun. I haven't been to Toronto. I bet I haven't been to Toronto since about... Jeez. I bet I haven't been to Toronto in 45 years. Oh yeah, Gloucester. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. Yeah. I used to deal with a book dealer there a lot. A rare book dealer. He was actually his kid was one of the first kids to get shot in one of those crazy college shootings. Greg's his name. You probably know him. Yeah, Canada's great. Well, thank you, Teresa. I'm going to be down in Georgia in 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Rutledge, Georgia. I got a couple of Playboy bunnies that want to have an orgy. The post office in West Branch is good, but not the one in Detroit. Yeah, so P.O. Box 41 is still good. Let me tell you something, too. The mail is taking forever. The mail is taking forever. Everything I've ordered is taking forever. So keep that in mind. There's a very good chance if you mailed something tomorrow, I wouldn't get it by Friday. Oh, will I ever, Daniel? You better believe it. Hey, Polly. Sure will. Sounds like you know me. I think I got some pretty good film today, actually. You know, it's kind of sad to see old Bronner's. That's that famous all-year-round Christmas store in Frankenmuth. I went through Frankenmuth today, finally. I've been promising that for years. That's where the Greta Van Fleet is from. That's an upper middle class area. That's why I never go through there. It's boring. Okay, Teresa. Yeah, I've driven down there a million times. You ever get any of those Valdalia onions? You go down and get a big bag of oranges, no Ocala, grapefruit. Hey, Meth Dog, how you doing? That's cool. Yeah, they are, Daniel. You're right. Yeah, pretty nice. Yep. It's cooling off, which is what I was kind of hoping for. Yeah, I'll do that. Yep. It's really easy though. It's P.O. Box 41. Just think of Debbie Crocraw's IQ 41, and then West Branch, Michigan, 2 words, 48661. And it's Tom Reed, R-E-E-D. But I'll post it on the video as well. Yeah, it's a famous place, Frankenmuth, Michigan. Look it up. German immigrants, Greta Van Fleet's from there. It's been like popular forever. It's one of the highest grossing restaurants in the country. Zender's, it's a chicken outfit. Very nice. Water parks there. Like I said, upper middle class. There's about 3 families that own the whole damn place. But it's nice. It would remind you of downtown Midland, Ann Arbor, Austin, Texas, Vail, Colorado, that kind of thing. I wonder how Raven is too. Actually, I have a few things from Raven's relatives that I've had for quite a while. Hope she's still hanging in there. I haven't heard from any of her relatives lately. But I have stuff for Raven that I'll give her. Oh, okay. How long you been up around that area, Teresa? It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on. Kind of like Ocala. Oh, sorry about that, Meth Dog. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, that ought to be good for about $8 grand a month. I hope I'm dead before anything like that happens to me. Oh, Alpharetta, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's a great dog. I actually lived in Woodstock for a while. What the hell is that over there? A woodchuck? Yeah, there's a woodchuck standing up. See it? Daisy sees that and he's going to get chased. That woodchuck probably smells us. Now what Daisy will do is she'll try and bite the woodchuck in the ass and then sit on the hole so he can't get back in it. Daisy, you're missing a woodchuck over there, huh? No, Woodstock, Georgia. Yep. Yep, $7 grand. Isn't that ridiculous, man? Crazy. I guess hope if your mind, goes to hell the same as much as your body, maybe it's not so bad. But it just seems so. I don't want to go back to living like a baby again. I really don't. I just hope I pass that. Oh, good watermelons. Yeah, you're lucky. I just bought 3 pounds of cherries. I was so excited to see them, I didn't even try one first. Just bought 3 pounds. Hope they're good. Probably from Mexico. Could be from California. Oh, Lake City, Florida. I've been down there a million times. I used to go to Sun and Fun. That's going to be a big hit for Lake City. Sun and Fun getting canceled. So, Lake City, as you know, is actually a fairly decent sized city. I remember about 30 years ago, a guy told me I'll meet you at McDonald's in Lake City. Yeah, I didn't know there were 7 of them. Yeah, it is very far. Yep, sure is. Yep. Alpharetta's cool. Get that red clay on your shoes everywhere down there. I was dating someone at the time that lived in the same neighborhood Andre Ricin did when Left Eye Lopez burned his house down. If I'd had a video camera, I'd have videotaped it and uploaded it to YouTube. You remember that? Oh, okay, Jeff. Enjoying the breeze, Daisy? That's a nice breeze. Enjoying the breeze, hon? Oh, Homestead. Yeah, I used to stop and get fuel there sometimes on the way down to Key West. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. Good for you. You have any good restaurants there? want to sit on Dad's lap, hon? Want to sit on Dad's lap? Okay. You want to sit on Dad's lap? There, I put my legs together. Dad a girl, hon. There you go. There you go. There you go. Dad a girl. Sure. You good girl. I busted my ass today when I was down there in Sanford. I was going down the hill, you know, I saw some people I was going to talk to. There was that wet grass and that grayish, slippery mud. Fell right in my ass. Didn't drop the camera though. Yeah, I went to Sun and Fun, I bet 30 years in a row. Tell you the truth. I went to Oshkosh too, probably 20 years in a row. Sun and Fun's cool. Yeah, I didn't hurt anything. It's no big deal. It's kind of funny, actually. It's one of those falls to where you're on your ass and it happens so fast, and you think, oh, I fell. And I got that, you know, cesspool gray mud all over my pants, my elbow. But the important thing is I didn't drop my video camera. Yeah, Sun and Fun's a good time. You know, that's the whole year's income for some people. Same with Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, up around those towns. I mean, Oshkosh, I mean, it's their whole economy. I mean, there's no stimulus check that's going to fix that. You know? I'll tell you another thing. I noticed all the cops that I've witnessed talking to people and interacting with people, you know, roadblocks, flooding, whatever, have all been absolutely, totally professional. Small town cops. That's Beaverton, Edenville, Sanford, Saginaw. Cops have been excellent examples of law enforcement, and kind and considerate and maintain their cool. Booth Albatross lady. No, I don't. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, you know, I looked at an air park thing down near Ocala before I built a new home in Buena Vista and sold it before I moved into it. I had a pit bull kill one of my parrots, and I ended up moving down to Loxahatchee, Florida, and bred dromedary camels, the single hump, and tropical birds for about 5 years. But I almost moved into an air park. At the time I had a Cherokee 6, and I kind of got talked out of it by some people. You know, I think that specialty market's really gonna feel the pinch. I hope I'm wrong. But it's hard enough to sell a regular house nowadays, let alone specialty stuff like that. I'll tell you another thing too, as you know, you probably know some aircraft owners. Now, I haven't owned an airplane in 20 years, but the premiums for aircraft and helicopter insurance have like doubled and tripled. There's people that have to sell them because you have to insure them if they're financed, and you can't afford the insurance premium. Yeah, Teresa. So do you probably don't fool around with Spruce Creek at all, do you, Teresa? I got a couple friends, acquaintances, I should say, that live in Spruce Creek. I like airplanes, but it's like anything. I don't want to be someplace where I constantly am dealing with it. You know, I don't even like working. I don't like a home office. It's convenient. You don't need to drive when there's 8 feet of snow. It's great, but it's fun to go someplace and to get a coffee on the way there, and to, you know, there's a reason why big corporations have private jets, and it isn't because they can't teleconference. It's the human interaction. I'll tell you the last time I was in Sun and Fun. The last time I was in Sun and Fun was about, let me think, probably 14 years ago. Last time I was in Sun and Fun. The last time I was in Sun and Fun, there was a deli down in Lake Worth, Florida. I used to go down there and get lunch. It was excellent. Hardcore Jewish deli, no bullshitting around. You know, 6 inches tall, pastrami, corned beef, great onions. You never got crappy, wilty. It was a first class, New York style, no decking around place to eat. It wasn't cheap, but how could it be? It was good quality food. His name's Glenn. If you look it up, the Lake Worth Deli. Now, I didn't know him, but I would talk to him occasionally when I go down there and eat lunch, and he'd come over, and he knew I was in aviation. Anyway, last time I was at Sun and Fun, I ran into him. He owned a place in Wellington, right across the street from me, Loxahatchee. And shot the shit with him at Sun and Fun. And no, it was actually, that would have been longer ago than that. That would have been probably like 20 years ago. Maybe 21. Yeah, 21 maybe, 22. Because it wasn't long after that, and you can look this up on the internet, he got caught soliciting to have his wife murdered. And in the meantime, they nailed him for flying a load of cocaine someplace in a Mooney that he owned. And here a guy that just was printing money. That was a super successful place. It was one of the top grossing delis in the country. I mean, kind of like a Zingerman's in Ann Arbor. Here he ended up getting 30 years or 40 years in prison. He may be getting out soon. Glenn, I can't, it starts with an S, I think. Jewish last name. Soldan or Solman or something like that. Look it up. Lake Worth Deli owner convicted of murder. Yeah. So that was about the last time I was at Sun and Fun. So it was a long time ago. Oh, no kidding, Teresa. Hey, no kidding, huh? Wow, that's interesting as hell. Cool. That's kind of neat. How's the real estate business been for you down there? Daisy, you're not getting depressed on me, are you? You tell that lady that's got that Albatross, has she ever had a ride in an Astro van? Oh, Cannon Creek. Cool. That's super interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that experimental stuff. You know, I did aerobatics for a while. I just really wasn't into it. It's funny how you get into things and you just fall in love. I was that way with flying, but I wasn't that way with aerobatics. You know? I just didn't like it that much. I was always like, honest to God, I was always afraid the wings were going to come off the damn thing. I know they seemed laughable, but I was. And I always kind of got sick feeling. I never really got over that feeling of, you know, feeling like my balls were going to detach. I still read Trade a Plane. I still get, I'm surprised Trade a Plane's still doing a printed magazine. I still read Private Pilot, Flying. I read Corporate Aviation, you know, all those. Can you imagine what it costs to put out those printed catalogs of those corporate jets? Super expensive. And then they just drop them off at little places like where I live. I really don't get it. Thank you. Yeah, cool. That's cool. All this water's so dirty, I don't even want to dunk Daisy into it anywhere. Although the Tittabawassee isn't, when you get down this low, You know, you're getting away from kind of an area where I live, where it's that nice sand and clear and rocks, and you can see the bottom. This is kind of a river like where I take Daisy when I'm down around Detroit, the Huron River. They're mud bottoms, and you know, you can't see 2 feet in front of you when you're if you got a mask on. Same kind of colored water, but this is, you know, a bad example because of course these, you know, everything's been stirred up and there's places underwater that shouldn't be and blah blah blah. Oh really, Jordan? I never fooled with Bitcoin. I do have a book, I never read it. Any of you guys ever buy books that you never get around to reading? Please say yes. I'll feel better instantly. Yeah, that sounds cool, Teresa. That'd be kind of fun. Is it a hard sell, or people have they already based? Are you selling or order taking? You know, there's a difference. Or do these people pretty much know what they want, and by the time they get there, you really sell them on it? Hey, baby cakes. I'm curious. I'll have to look that place up, though, where you sell real estate. I'm wondering how long's your runway there, and have any turboprops, jets, anything like that? Oh, okay, good for you. Good. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. I feel better already. Thank you. I don't know what the deal is on this taco place. Now, I guess this is the state of Michigan unemployment insurance. I never realized that. I drive by it once in a while. I don't get on 13 South too much. But I see that little taco place probably does a decent business. Days, you having fun, hon? You want to go bye-bye? Daisy's getting bored. Do you want to go bye-bye? Do you want to go bye-bye? You do want to go bye-bye. I never had a dog this verbal. She's always doing stuff like that. She's bored. You want to hit the road, go bye-bye? Do I ever. Any of you girls ever wondering out there if I'm single? Check this out. You better believe I am. Got the middle seat out of this thing. Good girl, hon. Yeah, she's a great dog. I'm gonna go check this abandoned house out there. It looks kind of cool. I'll bring my Astro van down to Florida. You feeling good, hon? Good girl, honey. There's a couple good wine and beer stores down around here. I'm not gonna stop it. If you guys live near me, I'd pick you up a nice bottle of wine, some good beer. Yeah, you know, I don't know too much about it, but there's certain type dogs that that like Daisy. I never had one till now. Both stuff. Daisy's communicates probably 60% of the time. That means she's sick of. She does it with, you know, food, all sorts of stuff. You know, it's odd. I can tell her when she even though it's cool and a nice place to sit, she'll ignore another dog like it's not even there. I told you I picked up a hitchhiker. He was walking down the expressway the other day. And Daisy knows now when somebody is able to get in the van, she totally ignores them. They try to pet her, she'll duck her head. She doesn't really like it. I think it's because they're sitting in her spot. But she's not like curious and stuff like a normal dog would be. She just like tolerates it. Well, I hope old Ramon's Taco Hut opens up. So as I said, this is like an industrial section of Flint. Saginaw, sorry. See, they've done, so that's a World of Faith. A lot of churches. I noticed a ton of churches down there in Sanford. They're going to need to really have a conversation with their Lord about this water. Well, look at all these houses are abandoned. All three of them, I guess. It's always interesting to me. You have beautiful flowers blooming right in front of four houses that are all dead and gone. No, people, I'm not in Detroit. Okay, so I'm assuming that that you don't have obstacles at either end, and if you don't, I mean, it seems like a stupid question, but you'd be surprised. That really influences, as you know, takeoff and landing distances. Although that goes out the window with a private airport. But 3,500 and 4,000 feet is a long ways when you don't need to worry about landing and taking off because there's some obstacle in the way. But you guys get that heavy density altitude down there. I'm sure if you sit down there and you watch airplanes try and take off, you've probably still had a couple people down there that have messed up taking off, overloaded in the summertime. It happens. Density altitude. I had a mag fail one time on an airplane and damn near crashed it in Gaylord, Michigan. And the density altitude was high, but I wasn't planning on having a mag fail. And I damn near crashed. I almost hit some vehicles on I-75. See these old beautiful buildings? This is when a lot of thought and design used to go into construction. I'm gonna go back and check these vacant houses out. Isn't that a cool building? Yeah, it really is beautiful. I'm gonna check these houses out. I've mentioned this before and you guys probably already know about it, and that is it's really, your insurance is just like through the roof when you have a vacant or abandoned home on your street. Is this the right street or I go down the wrong one? I think, well, yeah, I must have went down the wrong street. I gotta go down the next one. Look at that old house. They had to put wooden back escape in case it caught on fire. Probably a rental requirement. Oh, here they are right here. I want to park in the shade if possible. Well, you can't park on the right, that figures. That's where the shade's at. Park right here though. So I'll go in here and maybe get a clue on what happened. You stay here, hon. Dad, be right back, okay? You watch the van, all right? Watch the van, honey. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Nice day. Yeah, I think they are, yeah. Probably cost too much to fix.
Right. This one right here used to be my, this is the fourth generation in my family here.
Really?
Yep, I used to own it. I don't know, it come from the Huey family, but I used to own this also.
You did?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
If I owned it, but I'm right now the land bank got it now, I think.
Oh, they do?
Yep.
Hey, you want to do a little interview? Give me a history on it?
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll give you $10.
Thank you. Thank you. I can use that.
All right.
I go to rallies. I go to rallies.
Yep. Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
So, could you stand right here in the shade?
Okay.
We got to stay 6 feet apart. You know that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Where your
no.
mask at?
I got it in the van.
Okay.
Put yours on.
Right.
That way you can't give it to me, but you can still.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
So, I normally don't do this with a phone. Let me see. The light's a little shitty. Yeah, here's a little bit better. So, my name's Tom Reed,
My name is Al.
Al, and I'm down here in Saginaw, Michigan,
Okay. Where you from?
West Branch.
West Branch.
Now, I take these videos and I upload them to a YouTube channel. You okay with that?
Okay.
Okay, good. So, just lucky enough to meet this gentleman. I wanted to check these houses out here, and you were riding by on your bike,
Yes.
and you said something about a relationship with these homes. What is it?
Used to be, this is the fourth generation. My great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, and me. Me and my sister was the last one that owned the home. She let it go. It's too much. It's too much of a problem. So she let it go. I wanted to get it back, but the land bank got it, and I left it alone.
You did.
I left it alone. Yeah.
Now, so you remember the good old days.
The very good old days when they used to dig all over here, and all over here they used to dig up bottles, antique Coca-Cola bottles, all kind of bottles. They used to dig them all up, and the guys was here last summer. They've been digging up in here for like 25 years.
Oh, they have.
25 years. Yep.
Okay.
All retired construction workers. They done picked up bottles. That's all the way back to 1800s. Because this used to be the you know, when the wagon, the horses and everything,
Yeah.
horses and buggies used to come through here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Is this your first time coming over here?
oh no, I come down here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how old are you?
I'm at 61.
Wow, I'm older than you are.
Are you?
64.
64?
Yeah.
We still young.
Yeah, we are. So what type work did you do through the course of your life?
I've been a teacher's aide, a cook, a painter, and a construction worker.
Oh, all that.
Yes, I done worked for Elias Brothers. I used to work for Holy Rosie, the daycare center. I done painting in Savannah, Georgia, Dublin, Georgia, Pensacola, Florida. I done construction work in Mississippi. I'm originated from Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Wow, interesting. Now, are you working now?
Now, I'm retired now.
Oh, good for you. What do you think of this state of the economy and stuff?
I think it's kind of rough, and I think it'd be good as soon as they turn them down. You ain't gotta have to worry about these different squatters in these homes. Sometimes I ride by, I'll see them in it, and I'll say, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Yo, I'm just sitting or whatever. But I know sometimes people do not want to go, if they're homeless, they want to go to the shelters.
Okay.
They prefer to come in these homes, but they're better off going into the shelters.
Mhm.
The shelter have more to offer you than these.
Yeah, but you know what they tell me?
Huh?
I do this in Detroit a lot. They tell me they lose their independence. They don't want to be turning off lights, going to bed, not having their friends visit. So
Well, that's because a lot of people do not, they wouldn't accept responsibilities.
is that what
A
you
lot
think
of
it
them
is?
have- to me, that's what they have to do with it. You know, I guess they call it living on the land or however. But the best enjoyment is when you create it. And if you don't work for it, you're not creating nothing. You
Yeah,
only
yeah.
get out what you put in life. But I do not knock what other people do. But if I can do it, they can do it.
Yep.
You know, but I don't find fault in people. But I'm glad that I've been an able-bodied person to be able to help myself get back to my mother. I gave back to the community. I done volunteer work over at Marie Davis. That's a senior citizen place. I volunteer there. Right now, I cut hair on Genesee. On Gratiot and Elms at the senior citizen place. But I'm not allowed in there right now because of the corona.
Yep.
I also cut hair over here on Mackinac, but right now I gotta wait. So I got my total 14 customers. So I guess the employees cutting their hair. You know, but they so used to me throughout the years. You know.
Yeah, right.
I
Yep.
miss them, and I cut hair real cheap. I try to give back, so I cut their hair, shave them, everything for $10.
That's a good
That's
deal.
really like a $15, $25 job now.
That's nice of you. Thank you.
You know, but I have no problem giving back because I've been blessed.
Yep.
I've been in 3 serious car accidents. You know, right now I'm dealing with my mother. She have dementia. My mother's in her 80s. My grandmother had it. Now my mother have it. And I pray to God that it's not gonna come towards me.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get you.
So in the meantime, I try to be there for my mother because we only get one.
Yep.
You only get one. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
I'm sure she's appreciative.
Your mom still living?
No, my mom died in '82.
82.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she, she only left in the flesh. Her spirit still living because you are part of her.
Oh, okay.
Only thing left was the housing.
Yeah, I never looked
Her
at it that
spirit
way.
is not gone because this body, it just houses the spirit.
Okay.
So she's not gone because you here, you're part of her, and the spirit don't die. It just sails on to smooth the seas anyway. It do not die. Only thing leave here is the flesh.
Yeah, I never
You
thought
know.
of it that way.
Yeah, that's the only way to look at this. That's the truth. Spirit man do not die. They say a lot of people don't believe in reincarnation, but I know I've been here before. And the reason I say that because I trace myself all the way back to my ancestors over 10,000 years ago. I'm a Moorish American, descended from Morocco, but born in America. That's my nationality. I'm a Moorish American. A lot of people say they African Americans, Black Americans. The blacks don't have a flag. Every nation of people have a flag. So you got to find out who you are. You don't know who you are if you don't try to trace back your genealogy to find who you are. Because we know it's not about being told. In order for you to know, you must study. Word of mouth ain't no proof of truth. So you got to study. I thank God that He blessed me with the wisdom to find out who I am, where I come from. I can share it. If another person accepts it or not, I still love them. Because I know the gift of understanding is the treasure of God. And He appointed to each and every one his own portion and what measure seems good unto himself. So like I say, in order for you to know something, you can't go by what you're being told. Man knows not by being told.
Yep.
When they say knowledge is power, that's true. But you can't get knowledge if you don't study. And then when you really talking about studying, you want to know what should you study as you studying yourself, then you'll be asked again once you study self. It's a lifetime job. Today we love, the next day we hate. The next day we don't know why. It's called inconsistency. Therefore, we must guard ourselves at all times against it. And how you going to guard yourself against it is to continue to study yourself. You don't have time to pull nobody else's weed. As soon as you start putting the focus on somebody else, you done took the focus off yourself.
You're right.
So it's a lifetime job to study yourself.
Okay.
Ain't no accident that we met. Everything that happens in life is divinely prepared. It ain't our will that for us to meet at this point in time. It's God's will.
Now, I got to ask you this. So, what's with all this water then?
This water, it's just part of how would I say? It's just part of God's creation. It's part of His creation because everything that goes on in life, a majority of it is man. A lot of it man had to do with it also, with the dams and all that. That's why the ones that being sued in Midland, they being sued. The owner of the dam, they being sued. And this is not the first time they're being sued. This is their second lawsuit, if I'm correct. But don't nothing happen without God's will.
And what about this virus?
This virus,
Yeah.
I take myself back because when it comes to this virus, this is not the first time this virus occurred. It occurred in 1941 also. A lot of people think this is the first time. This is not the first time. But when it first came, you always get a fair warning before destruction. So we got that. Now it's back. So hopefully we done applied our wisdom and knowledge enough to know how to fight it more better now. In the technology, and I thank God for all these first responders. They angels. They are angels. We're all angels, but they to me are super angels.
Yeah, okay.
Some of them are losing their life. The police, the firemen, the doctors, they losing their life just to save life.
Right.
No one does that but an angel.
Yeah.
That's what
Now-
Jesus is, an angel.
Nice. We're here in Saginaw. And you got a Detroit hat. So you connected to Detroit in some way?
You see, here in Saginaw, have one now?
Are you? I said we're in Saginaw, but you got a Detroit hat. Are you connected to Detroit in some way? Or you just like the hat?
Well, I used to live in Detroit also.
Where?
I used to live on the east side on Lumpkin Street. I have family on Monarch on the east side.
Okay.
My sister used to live on Tyler off of a division.
Okay.
Um, but I just look at it like this here when it comes to we talking about living wise. We all universal.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, on that note, I got to ask you this because we're about the same age, been around the same time.
Mhm.
What's your take over the years on what we've both witnessed with this racism crap?
A lot of it have to do with man, the merely ideals of man. It's the merely ideals of man. I notice how a lot of guys in my race, some of them call themselves black. I don't. I'm not black. I have a nationality, and it's more American. But a lot of the so-called black, that's a label that was put up on us in 1779 and the last of 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era time now, and all men must proclaim their free national name to be recognized as a citizen, because every citizen has a flag. But as you were saying, this racism thing is a label that put up on us, and a lot of people think it's just a black and white thing. No, it's not. A lot of people think the Caucasians was really the ones that kept our people in slavery. We was in slavery when it comes to the Palestinians and all of them. I'm talking about thousands of years ago. But you know, if you don't study, you just going by what you're being told. And a lot of times, as your race, you all are being blamed for a lot of things that you all didn't even start first. Some of your ancestors didn't even start. You know, some of your ancestors they came and done uncurly things, but some of our own people did. Some of our own people done enslaved our own people, and some of us are still enslaved. Because if you don't know who you are, you still enslaved. And I'm gonna tell you, mental slavery is worse than physical slavery. Mental slavery is way worse. You think because you incarcerated, and they talking about being incarcerated, a lot of it is these how they call them, concentration camps and all that. A lot of times you gotta look at when you're locked up, it's because you place yourself there. In many cases, a lot of individuals place themselves there. I've been locked up too, but mine's only been no felon. I've been locked for speeding tickets, parking tickets, stuff like that. But other than that, you can trace me back. You'll see no felonies. I don't do harm to no one, because I know what you do. If you do harm to man, you do harm to God. What you do for man, you do for God. What you also do to man, you do to God. So you know, we got to be careful with what we even think. That's how powerful that thought is. But I want to stay on the part about, before I go, I want to stay on the part about when you say about this race thing. This race thing, it's not a black and a white thing, as they say. It's not that. It's the merely ideals of man. You know, we create a lot within ourselves, and a lot of times individuals create things because they looking for their scapegoat. They're looking for their scapegoat. They don't took the focus off themselves, and instead of talking about how bad our people are starving and suffering. But as you see a lot of this going on, if you put that energy into helping people, instead of complaining about what's going on, life would be a whole lot better.
Yep.
But a lot of times we burn up a lot of energy, negative energy, talking about who did this, who done that. But what are you doing to uplift? Because we're supposed to be uplifting fallen humanity. If you're not uplifting fallen humanity, every time you see someone, you find the fault in them, no matter what their race is. But I'll tell you like this here, when it comes to, they say this and that about our race, then our race says so much about your race, but or other races, but it all starts with self. If man would just study himself,
Gotcha.
if he would just study himself, he'll know the illusions of the world. It starts with self.
All right.
You know, so this virus thing, it has a lot to do. We're dealing with the spirit. We're dealing with the merely ideas of man. We're dealing created in their own thoughts. This virus is serious than what a minute ones think. Something is just, it's very serious. All the way back from 1941. And a lot, however, I'll put it like this virus, it has to do, what it is, it's the spirit of man. It's the spirit of man. So at this time, we must guard ourselves against it. And how we got to guard ourselves against it, you got to, I didn't like wearing these masks and all that. But you know, I can remember 4.5 to 6 weeks ago when there was 3 to 6 people that had died. Now, if I'm correct, it's between 98, maybe 100, 2 or 3 dead here in Saginaw. You know, it's serious. It's very serious. What do you think about this virus?
I think it's very serious. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure where it originated from, but
what do you think the best thing? What do you think it can be? You can do to help with
social
this virus?
distancing. Social distancing.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna step back a little bit more.
Yeah,
that is true.
I know.
I come over here and sit a lot of times, do my best to practice social distance. Then I'll come through here and I'll see someone else here. They don't know anything about these homes. I know about these homes. This home, that home, that home. And there used to be one around the corner.
Yep.
Miss Sticks, her name was Miss Sticks. She owned all these homes.
Uh-huh.
She done passed away. Her grandchildren, they moved to Philadelphia. They just let them go. Miss Sticks owned all of this. The man, Ramon Taco, been there for years.
Okay.
He been there for years. He didn't sell out, which is good. Now what they're finna do, they're about to build low-income homes here now.
Oh, okay.
They've been on the map to do that for the last between the last 8 to 10 years. So within the next 3 to 4 years, it's gonna be all low-income homes over here.
So you've probably went in here and looked around for any things that belong to your family, didn't you?
Yes, I done went in there and only thing is normally is in there now is just the drywall.
Yeah. Now, where was your room in here?
My room, I always slept the third room to the left in the back. I always slept in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Was it always kind of a quiet, nice
Very
neighborhood?
Quiet, very quiet.
Gotcha.
We have
And were there
gardens.
houses there?
Yeah, there'd be homes all over. We had gardens. We had gardens, nice Spanish neighbors over here. 2 family homes, Spanish neighbors over here. Still got the Spanish people live in that house over there.
Yep.
They still there. We got
And how about across the street? What happened to these homes?
these homes here, the city occupied them and tore them down.
Oh, okay.
But these homes here used to be owned by Spanish people also.
Okay.
Both families over here, that vacant lot over there used to be a big apartment house. So when they tore that down, the city has that too.
Is that house on the corner occupied?
Oh, she just died. She died about 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in her late 80s or early 90s.
Okay.
She was a Caucasian, very nice to the neighborhood.
Good. So everybody got along.
Got along good.
Good.
Got along good.
Good.
You know.
Yep.
But as the younger generation came, you got them coming on through here, trying to break in homes and
Yep.
stuff. But we always protected each other around here. We stayed focused. If it didn't look right, we called the police.
Yep.
Yeah, we called. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
A lot of times they say, well, you know, all this calling the police and this and that. That's the job they're doing. We are taxpayers.
Yeah.
And it don't make sense for us to try to act like we are the police.
Yep.
You don't do that.
No.
You only do what you've been privileged. You're supposed to do what you're privileged to do.
Right.
You know, I'm not standing here with no badge. I'm not supposed to shoot nobody because they're breaking in my neighbor's house. But I'm supposed to call them and have them restrained.
Yeah, that's
so they
right.
won't break in there again or mine.
You're right.
No one else.
Now,
But,
a lot of these older homes, I like the design of them, and I noticed that little
This
window.
one is 126 years old.
126 years.
Yes.
Now that little window up there, up in the top right.
Yes.
What was there? Is that
That
a?
little window is like it's a little closet over here, and there's a little closet on that side over there.
Gotcha.
Yep, that's the living room up here. The next room is the dining room and the kitchen.
Okay.
And it's a bathroom all the way far back to your right. And it's a bathroom all the way far back to your right here.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you had fond memories.
A lot of memories. Good memories.
Good memories. Good for
A
you.
lot of fried, a lot of chicken, a lot of fish, ate a lot of barbecue in the front yard.
Hey, speaking of barbecue, you know any place to get good barbecue around
Good
here?
barbecue, yes. Right now, where you would go now to get some, you would go, if I'm correct, they would still be open. They are open. You take this street here all the way, take Washington until you get to Genesee. You make a right turn on Genesee and go over the bridge. And once you go to the bridge and go to the railroad track, it's going to be a place called Happy Pizza.
Oh, Happy Pizza. That's
Happy
good.
Pizza. That's where they at.
That's good, huh?
That's where they at. This a little dog.
Yeah, it's a little dog. Yep.
What's it?
Daisy. Daisy. She's not exactly friendly, but you can try. Daisy's her name.
Daisy, right there. Social distance.
That's it. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you so much. You're a blessing.
Thank you. Let me turn this camera off and
All right, all right.
hold on. I'm gonna keep my
say
phone.
one thing. Let me get one more picture.
All right. All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. It was great meeting
May
you.
God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll shut this camera off. Let me get you money.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was a great talking to you, man.
Yes, it's a blessing. But what I love about more anything, you gave me a chance to share,
No, I appreciate
just
it.
to share my, how would I say it, my heritage, my background. You gave me a chance to share my background. Then you gave me a chance to let you know that you met someone that know who he are.
That's it. There you
Thank
go.
you very much. God bless.
I sterilize it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, that's it, man.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot. You have a good day.
God, you have a better one.
Thanks for stopping by, man. It really made my day.
Thank you for coming back.
Really.
And just like I said, it wasn't no accident that we met. It was. I always remember this was divinely prepared.
You think so?
No, I know.
All right.
I didn't create this. I didn't set this appointment up. Did you?
No.
Okay. Divinely prepared.
No, and this house is what suckered me in on it.
Keep that address right there. I don't know if you played a lot of it now, but keep that address.
Yeah, that's a good idea. 3-digit?
613. And it does falls out kind of regular. I'll play it, which I'm gonna go and play it right now.
Good for you.
I normally play the 3-digit, but I'm gonna play. I mean the 4-digit, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
play the 3-digit today.
Hey, people think I'm kidding, but when stuff like this happened to me today, man, priceless. This is really a good experience. Great
You know what,
talking to
though?
you.
Thank you very much. I gotta go, but when you get off in something like this, it's hard to break loose. But it's just so good that God sent you.
He did?
You didn't come on your own.
All right.
No, you didn't come on your own. A lot of things we do in life, we really look at that. We done this and that, but everything is through God's work. He put us out here. He put us to work.
All right.
He put us to work. He just want to see how we're gonna apply it in a positive way or a negative way.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you,
right.
God, and thank you for all the positivity.
Have a great day.
You have a better
My
day.
pleasure.
God bless.
See you later.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you guys thought, but
On your way home, drive careful.
I will. Yep.
God bless you once again.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now, I know I say this with every interview I do, and I really mean it. I would have paid that is very great.
When will it be on YouTube?
Tonight,
All right.
Chosen One is the name,
Yes, sir.
and it's WON.
Yes, sir. Thanks again.
Wants to know when it's going to be on YouTube. I just love doing this. So this guy grew up here, and while I'm here, and more importantly, while I still have some battery juice left, I'm going to keep this on while I go through here. See what I mean? I think that the damn media keeps this bullshit going. Old solid wood doors, glass handles. Lead paint too, I bet you. Christmas tree. Now, you know, when I did that interview, I also recorded it on my camera, so don't watch it tonight. It's the same one. The way it was. Yeah, isn't it a lovely home? I love the design. Like he said, there was a closet up there with that cool little window up there. Hopefully I can get a look at it without falling through the floor and becoming a quadriplegic. So he said he stayed on the back right. There. Yeah, I love just the design of these houses are just so like cool looking. Windows in weird places where you can't see in, but it provides light. Such a great day today. I always find the irony to these just flowering trees and bushes and flowers in front of these old vacant homes. Because there was a time when these people probably trimmed these. This one's a little shakier. See the old glass? Stay there, hon. I'll be back. Stay there, honey. Yeah. I think these may be too far gone. It's expensive to redo homes. But see, these are all vacant lots. These were, like he said, a thriving neighborhood. This property is not for rent. Oh, people running scams. Yeah, you're right, Teresa. You're right about that. It's just a cool design. Look at all the natural woodwork trim. Windows, wooden staircase. It's all oak, maple, hickory, no pine. Everything's such junk now. Yeah, it is a lilac. Yes, it is. It smells beautiful. This one's a little more dicey. Remember, you guys, no matter where you look at all the nice woodwork. Look at the wood stairs. You know, I think the guy was onto something. If you guys have 3-digit lottery in your state, 613, he said play it. Look at this nice woodwork. The sills, all routed out, beaded trim. Anybody want this key from this house right here? I'll send it to you. Could be a good luck charm. You're right, Nellie. Yeah, look at this wood. You know, no, I love this. I really do. But, you know, when these people had it, when it was during its heyday, they lived in it because they needed a place to live. They don't like have the love for it that we do now that we know that it's gone. That's how so many things are in life. It's so weird. You just can't quite fully appreciate it. As it's occurring. It's when it's gone that you wish, you know, done more. It stands out so much. Look at the somebody put a new window in along the way. Well, this turned out to be a really fun experience. Look, I bet they had a garden back here. Yeah, Shirley, I got a lot I'm going to upload on Sanford when I get home, which will be pretty soon. There's my baby. Oh, yes. You ready to hit the road, hon? You ready to hit the road? Well, thank you guys for walking and listening to that guy. I appreciate it. I think my cell phone set a record for not overheating and not running out of juice, but I've got 7%. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Melodic. Sure will. Yep. What's that, Terry? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some photos. So I'm going to sign off. Not because I want to, because it's going to quit in a minute anyway, and that sucks when you're watching somebody and you don't know if I just hit a bad cell phone area. But I got a lot of video I'm going to upload tonight. A couple good interviews with people from Sanford. I'm planning on going to Sanford this week. Anybody wants to send anything or let me know, I'll take care of it for you and you can pay me back later or whatever. Look at the old aluminum window covers, awnings. And have a good day. I'll see you, Melodic, down here south of you. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later. We're going, hon. We're gonna go, babies. Dad gonna go.